So, Abby got in touch with me, I think it was 4 years ago, and we met up and we did a soul retrieval. She took me up to Ishnok. You all know Ishnok in Ireland? Which is where the goddess Eru resides under the stone of separation, they call it. I don't like that name. The cat stone is the other name for it. This country, Era, is named after Eru. She took me there. We got on famously. She's been the best friend you could imagine. And about a year and a half, I didn't say come on stage yet. I'm introducing you. Anyway, we wrote a book together called Weapons of Mass Protection, Practical Tools for Spiritual Warfare. And that's been an amazing journey. She's been kind enough to help organize this entire gig, thankfully taken a lot of stress off my shoulders. She's also been an amazing chaperone to Janine and Honey and other people here that I can't see. Just one of those people that is there for you. And she's also an incredible spiritual teacher and shamanic healer. And please give a big welcome to Abby Wynne.
Now, the problem I have with the microphone is that my hair gets in the way, so I'm just going to have to do this. Before I start doing anything, what came up for me was rebels, the word rebels. And I always wondered why, when I went to the movies and I watched Star Wars, I would cry at the music, lifting out this huge emotion. And when Eddie stood up here and he gave his talk this morning, and he's mentioning the lockstep and the countries, this one, and I'm realizing, but the rebels, they're all here. There are representatives from every country that's been affected in this room. So before I deliver what I wanted to deliver, which Gary almost ruined for me, thanks very much, I want everybody to lift out of, because the slump, like 3 o'clock slump every day, and give a huge round of applause to Mark for everything he's done, for organizing this. Is he even here? Because we have all lost so many friends. And because of Mark, because of this man, we have all made new friends. And can I just say, new better friends. And these are the kind of friends. I mean, I rang up Ferg the other day and I was feeling really low. And he goes, how are you doing, Abby? And whoosh, my spirits lifted up. It was just phenomenal. And a hug from that man. If you can get a hug from that man before you leave. Everybody in this room, not just the speakers, you are the future. When we have Jana and Tracy, who've run off now for a cup of tea because they were freezing, telling us the way forward, the way future, this is you. This is you. And there's so much misinformation, there's so much disinformation, there's so much emotion, there's so much passion. I want to read something to you because Mark and I wrote a book, and we wrote a book about spiritual warfare, and that's what this is. And I'm here. I'm not going to stand up here and tell you we're in a spiritual war. You already know this. I'm going to give you a tool that you can use every day, more than once. But this quote, you know how the way you kind of think of things and they show up on your feed? It's almost like they're wired into your thought patterns and they know what you're thinking, and then the next thing that comes out, it's very strange. Wonder why that's happening. So this is supposedly letters from the Screw Tape, what's it called? The Screw Tape Letters, C.S. Lewis, when he wrote a book which is about the uncle demon teaching the nephew demon how to be a really good demon, right? And I since discovered that this was a fake quote after me posting it on my Substack and my Facebook, and I don't care because it's so good. I'm going to read this out to you because this is exactly what they're doing. My dear Wormwood, right, so that's the nephew, be sure that the patient remains completely fixated on politics, arguments, political gossip, and obsessing on the faults of people that they've never met. It serves as an excellent distraction from advancing in their personal virtue, character, and the things that they actually can control. Make sure to keep the patient in a constant state of angst, frustration, and general disdain towards the rest of the human race in order to avoid any kind of charity or inner peace from further developing. Ensure the patient continues to believe that the problem is out there in the broken system, rather than recognizing that there's a problem with himself. And this is what we see. We see it so plainly everywhere. The uprising of hate of people, with Charlie Kirk, with Donald Trump. I don't need to go into it. So what I want to do, this is what I want to do with you all. So I want you activated. I want you awake. I want you listening to me, because we're going to do a power retrieval. Now, when I started off in practice as a shamanic psychotherapist 10 years or so ago, the major piece of work that I was doing was reminding people that they're big. They're big. Their energy is big. Everything in the out there is teaching you to be small, to fit in, to shrink. And so I went through, I would say, 3 to 5 years of people getting big. Oh yeah, I forgot, I got small again. I get big. It's come back again. There was a period there where everybody was remembering they were big and they were holding it. No. So I spent a whole hour in a healing session with 60 people, reminding them, you are powerful. When you are in your power, you're in control. You change the world around me. This guy here, Mike McKeever, he reminded me during the pandemic that I was powerful. I'd forgotten that. And this is why we need each other, to remind each other that we're powerful. So I'd like you to imagine, because the imagination is how you speak to your psyche, how you speak to your soul. Everybody's analyzing the dreams, but nobody's putting the dreams back in. This is what we do. So you have in your mind a whiteboard, and you're wiping everything out. So I want you to do this in your mind. Just imagine you're clearing the whiteboard. Now, you're a vessel. Your body's a vessel. Your energy body is a vessel. I'd like you to imagine you're a vessel. What are you? Now, I've had clients that have come to me as beaten up, old, barrels that hold oil and stuff that's leaking and stiff, So whatever appears, it could be a vase, it could be a glass, it could be a jug. What is the state of the material that you're made in? If you're glass, are you cracked or chipped? If you're paper, you're not very solid. Use your imagination, because what you're seeing in your mind's eye is what you've allowed to just happen because you've not been in control of it. So you say, okay, I'm not a broken vase, I'm a Waterford crystal vase. I am a beautiful Grecian urn. What are you? Upgrade your idea of yourself and see yourself on a little pedestal. Now, I'm not saying put yourself on a pedestal. What I'm saying is put yourself on so you can walk around behind you and see, am I cracked? Am I smashed? Am I broken? Who's doing a smash and grab? Who's taking my power? Now, I don't know where any of you are on the spirituality scale, but I think everybody in this room knows that you can meet somebody, talk to them, and leave and feel like shit afterwards because they've got in and they've helped themselves to your energy. I'm sure you can appreciate that the parent and child relationship forms cords and bonds that usually can be take energy from. So if you are in a relationship with an older parent and you feel like a child, it's probably because they're keeping you like that. That's the relationship with the authority in us. So if we can make our vessel strong, then when we take our power back, it will stay with us. Because we can, I'm taking my power back, and then it's just leaking right out the back. So take a minute, close your eyes, really get active with this, okay? And think of the best person that you know, and what would their vessel look like? And then make yours look more like that, because we all have this ability to put ourselves down, to think ourselves, We have to change that. We have to value ourselves more. Just notice at this moment, how does your physical body feel when you do this? And if you have shifted from a broken barrel to a beautiful crystal vase, do a little shift between the two. And how does it feel to be one, and how does it feel to be the other? And wouldn't it be better to just be the other one? And just think about what Ian said and what Gary said about, are you ready to put down what is making you sick? What's making you sick is you believing that you are less than you are. That makes you sick. So now imagine that you're totally safe, and now feel into that and decide that you're totally safe, that you are protected. Because we were here last night, and we, as Mark said, we saged the shit out of the room. We put protection up. Get bigger in your energy. Get as big as you can. If you imagine you have a zipper down your spine and you're opening it up and you're opening out your wings. Some of you have tattered and torn wings. So you're going to take some energy now from the sky. This is you doing it. I'm not doing this. You're doing this with me, because you can do this yourself anytime you want. You don't need to depend on anyone to do this. You depend on you. And see your wings healing. See yourself opening. You're the phoenix. You're the dragon. You're the fairy. You're the alien. Whatever you are, you're the bird. You are big. And bring yourself into your heart. And I'm feeling the emotion in the room now. You bring yourself into your heart and you say, well fucking done to yourself. For getting here, for being here, for showing up. And even if you feel that you haven't done anything yet, or you haven't made anything yet, that you're coming to this group and you don't know why, you take your power back. You do this exercise every day for 10 days. You're going to wake up one day, you're going to know what it is you're supposed to do, because you will have the resource. You can't be this barrel with no power. You need the power. Okay, so you're in your heart. You've got the image of your vessel. I want you to make that vessel bigger, because you're still bigger than you thought you were. You're bigger and you're bigger and you're bigger, until your body goes, that's better. That's me. Okay, now what I could do is say, okay, imagine somebody walking in here and people immediately retract. There are going to be people that make you retract. You have to hold yourself through this. You love yourself through this, and you say, I'm going to be this big because I am, no matter who's in the room with me. Imagine Jana. I mean, she's very slight, going to go into the White House. If she was small, she wouldn't get anything, done. You have to be big. Or Tracy, big energy, big fierce energy. Okay. The room feels better now. It feels different now. So where do we lose our power? People, places, and things. Let's keep it as simple as possible. Think of one person that you know has your power. See them in your mind's eye on that whiteboard. If they are a dominant force in your life, make them really small so that they don't feel like they're in your face. And say, thank you for the lessons, but I'm taking my power back now. Now, imagine your power is a color. You're going to really see the power of your imagination. Your power is a color. It's usually a green or a red or yellow or something really strong. See it lifting off of that person. By now, it's traveling through time and space, and it's coming in here. We have a violet flame. Violet flame is going to clean your energy and allow it to gently come in. And there's somebody yawning. You see, it's working. Bringing that power in like feathers, just dropping down and coming into you. And some of you might go, oh, I feel a little bit more like myself now. That's the person. And you do that time and time and time again over 10 days. Imagine if you're in a narcissistic relationship and you're the codependent wife and you cannot speak to your husband because he's an evil bastard. And if you take your power back every day, you're just going to wake up one day and you're going to have that power and you're going to say, no more. I'm not doing this anymore. You'll be able to set those boundaries. So that's the person. I like the thing. And this is the thing that I always take my power back from all the time. Anybody not know what this is? So this is how I take my power back from the phone, is I make a little Hoover vacuum cleaner with my hand, and I put it on. And in my mind's eye, okay, this is the argument I'm having with that fucker on Facebook who's never going to listen to anything I say. You're sucking it out. This is Twitter, and I'm so angry because they never send my posts out to anyone, and I take it back. And you gather up all your energy from whatever you're tangled in. Somebody on Instagram that's prettier than you, they're not. Their inside of them is ugly. The Roald Dahl is you think beautiful thoughts and you're beautiful. Bring all that energy here. Do it now. It doesn't have to be your phone. It can be anything at all. And then you have your power in your hands right in front of you. Violet flame, please cleanse it. Put it in the light. Put it in the sun. You can do this anytime, at home, whatever. And then you put it into your energy field and your back. And you will notice when you take your power back from people or from social media, you suddenly don't care anymore what they think about you. You don't care anymore what's going on over there, and you don't have fear of missing out. Because I'm telling you, fear of missing out is you putting yourself into something that you think you should be in, and then you're afraid because you miss a piece of you. Take that piece of you out of it, bring it back to you, and then you don't care so much. And there's nothing more attractive if you're looking for a partner than somebody who doesn't need. And if you're so needy that you put a piece of you, I need you to need me, and I need you, then that turns everybody away. So you take your energy, whatever color it appears to be, whatever substance, suck it out of there and say, come back here. Now, why would it not stay with you? Because being here is not a good place to be. So this is where responsibility comes in. You need to say, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't drink so much. Maybe I should give up the sugar. Maybe I should. And then it gets overwhelming because there are too many shoulds and you can't do them all. So pick one. Pick one and do the exercise and pick one. And I call my power back from an event, a place. Okay? So you can go to that place and use your little hand as a hoover, or you can travel in your mind and just say, I'm sick of this now, I'm taking everything back. I'll give you an example. My husband was bullied at school, and every time he would drive past the school, even as an adult, he would shrink. So we went and we stood outside the school, and we got all of his energy out of the school, and he wasn't even into doing this. He said, yeah, okay, I'll try it, and he did it. We put the energy back in him after cleaning it, very important, because it's sitting there dormant, you don't know what it's doing. He could drive past, he felt nothing. Can you relate to this, guys? So because of the situation, because of the room, because I only have a few minutes, we're not picking the biggest, deepest, darkest trauma of your life. Pick something light. If it's something that hasn't happened yet, I'm thinking of like when I was getting married and the fear that I had about everybody getting together. And that was in the future, and for me the future's over there. But now it's in the past, it's over there. So you can go to the past or the future and say, I'm not going to get stuck like a record going around. And because my energy is trapped there, that's my power, and I need it now because we are in a time of needing to be powerful. You just ask for it. So if you want to like draw a line, this is how I do it. And I imagine the event is over there. I don't need to relive it. I'm taking my energy back. It's floating off the timeline. It's floating over to me. Oh, here it is. Clean it and allow it to stay. So I'm going to give you 1 minute just to do one more power retrieval. And then I'm going to show you what we need to do next to keep that power in. Person, place, or thing. Pulling your power out. Most of you are good at this. Most of you are good at this. Okay. Golden light. So I want you to imagine now that you can lift your hand up to the sun, and to the sun that's beyond that sun. Don't ask me what it is. That's just what's coming to me right now. And you're connecting with your hands, and you're pulling down gold. And you're bringing this gold, and you are making a bubble around you of gold. And you're sealing yourself in. You know that statement, watch your back? Watch your back. Gold around your back, gold beneath you, gold all around you, sealing in that goodness. Your power is here with you, and you're sealed in with gold. Now, if somebody texts you in the next half an hour, somebody phones you, starts screaming at you, they're so angry at you, you know why. It's because they had your power, and now you've taken it back, and they want it back, and they're angry at you. And believe me, that happens. I had a guy on the table because he has a new girlfriend. And when we finished, 16 text messages from the old girlfriend who hadn't spoken to him in 6 months. So I'm saying this is true. Every day, I take my power back from this. I take my power back from this. I take my power back from this. It's so simple. I take my power back from this, and I'm keeping it with me. And then you realize, okay, then you start asking, why am I leaking power? Oh, that's why. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to talk to that anymore. And I'm going to address this to my new friend, Leaf. And I'm going to say to Leaf, the next time you go into a shopping mall, you're not small, okay? The shopping mall does not have power to make you sick. You go in there big, and you go in your gold, and you go in like a stealth bomber, and you go and you get what you need, and you come out again, and you'll be fine. And everybody live like that. And that's my talk. Thank you.